This is the 80s Show.
For the rest of us who are feeling proud to be an American, for the rest of us who are celebrating the independence given to us by Washington, Franklin, and the Founding Fathers, well, here's the thing. I don't recall, when you talk about taking pride in things like the 4th of July, I don't recall feeding Paul Revere's horse, or, Israel Bissell's, the guy who really did the majority of the ride that Paul Revere got the credit for. I don't recall a time where I was garroting redcoats because I was fed up with my fellow man being unfairly taxed without representation. Do you remember doing that? No, I don't think you do. I didn't stand against the enemy despite my gangrenous trench foot dangling from a thread of my rotten, frozen human flesh. It's not what I did in the name of our independence. Now, I joined my fellow Americans in eating some hot dogs, buying secondhand Korean-made cars and mattresses from a Hispanic guy dressed in an Uncle Sam suit and shooting off some fireworks that were made in China. And it occurred to me that this pride to be an American, this pride of nationalism, is kind of a crock, isn't it? If a person's sense of pride comes from the luck of the draw, from fate, from winning of a genetic lottery that made him or her an American, as opposed to being born into the life of a Somalian pirate or a Scandinavian socialist or a Mexican border crosser, if that's where you get your sense of pride, from the random fact that you were lucky enough to be born an American, if that's what makes you feel good about yourself when you get up in the morning, then you're a loser of such shameful and epic proportions that I can't even begin to describe it. It's like, you know what it's like? Proud to be. It's a teaching that teaches people to be proud of crap they didn't do. It's like thumping your chest and declaring yourself a brilliant financial strategist, like declaring yourself the father of Keynesian economic theory for finding a 50 in the street. Now, look, before reactionary knuckle-dragging idiots turn off the radio because they think I'm bashing America, I'm not. America's amazing, but I think we should move away from taking pride in the achievements that we had nothing to do with and get our sense of national pride from serving, our adding to our country, from being contributing members to this society we're so fortunate to have wound up in. Don't take pride in being an American. That's a crock. Take pride in contributing to our America. Take pride in being a productive member of our society by repaying the blood of our founding fathers, by giving credit to the giants whose shoulders we stand on, and figuring out how not to waste this incredible opportunity the genetic lottery has afforded us. One of this country's leaders once said something, words that will live forever, even though he's been accused of plagiarizing them from his high school principal. They bear repeating now. Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country.
Researchers say people who work for tips are on a path to poverty.
Oh. People who work for tips are on a path to poverty?
That's what researchers say.
Yeah, it's bad news if you're a moil.
What's a moil?
Moil? Yeah. Performs circumcisions?
Oh.
That one was a thinker. I was proud of that one. Did you need me to break it down for you? Why that's funny? Okay, we connected the dots.
Yeah. You did, yeah.
Look, I respect all religions, and I respect your spirituality, all spirituality, unless it's hurting someone. Unless you're hurting someone, practice whatever you want. There's real value in faith for many people. But here's why it's so important to become a man of the cloth for this stuff to work. To bilk people out of their money, it's so important to become a man of God. Religion requires faith. Faith requires that you believe some pretty out there stuff without questioning. See, questions and logic, they're the enemies and antithesis of faith. And in the world of a Pat Robertson, it's so important to be a man of God. So when you say something like, gays are sending America to hell, and someone goes, why? You can then twist some passage of the Bible to support whatever the hell you're claiming. And when there's a follow-up question, you can say, no, God moves in mysterious ways, and I'm the shepherd and you're a sheep. God moves through me, not through you, so I'm going to need you to go ahead and believe. And make a big donation, and then go curb stomp some gay people for wanting equality. Okay, thanks. Aw, man. Oh, yeah, well, I guess you're right. I just have to believe, so I'll let go and let God. Okay, Pat, when I'm done reproducing with a blood relative, I'll get my gay stomping boots and go do God's work. Hard to tie those gay stomping boot laces, though, without the opposable thumbs. When do you suppose we're going to be getting those? I don't know. The Lord works in mysterious ways. So to make money off of fear, it makes it so much easier if you're a man of the cloth. Then you have that knee-jerk willingness from your followers to buy whatever the hell comes out of your mouth. You say, hey, you didn't know this, but something is coming for you and your family. It's called gay, or it's called Islam, and you should be very, very afraid. Really? Why? It says so in the Bible? Oh, well, I didn't notice, and I was just here hanging out with my family, minding my own business. I didn't notice gay having any effect on me whatsoever. Yeah, well, it's a good thing you have me to protect you from it. Gay is a sin, Islam's a sin, and if we have too much of those things in America, God's going to get mad and send us all to hell. No way! Really? I'm glad you told me. What can I do? Well, you can't really do anything. See, I'm like a man of the cloth, and it's my job to fight the devil, but the fight sadly isn't cheap, so it would like totally better your chances of getting into heaven if you could dig deep when I pass a collection plate. See, God wants me to arrive at my battle with Satan in a gold-plated, diamond-encrusted Learjet and run a cable network, which I use as a tax write-off. And Learjets and cable networks aren't cheap, so here's my PayPal account. Hook it up. Amen. No. You can afford that money. Your inbred little spawn doesn't need the orthopedic shoes for his club feet, and if you think he does, you obviously don't believe in God's plan. Yeah, what was I thinking? He can just hop to school on his nub the way I did growing up. Actually, hit the news bed. This qualifies as news. Did you see this? Some guy in the UK, he got arrested for possession of bestiality porn. Why? Because his friend sent him a video of a woman having sex with a man in a tiger suit. The prosecution, though, dropped the charges when they turned up the volume on the video and heard the man in the suit say, "That's great."
They're great.
My dad said to me, I knew if I wanted to get out there in the world and make a difference in the world of human rights and international law, first I had to be in the frame of mind where I finished things, where I accomplished things, where I got things done, and going into business is a surefire way of doing that. And ultimately, what my dad does now is he teaches young lawyers that work for him how to affect change and how to fight slow-moving government bureaucracy. It's pretty good stuff, and that's why my dad chooses to live in Kosovo. He loves being out there, and he loves the work that he's able to do. He also went on to explain to me something that I knew, but he reaffirmed it to me, and which is this. In government, you can hold on to your job, waste the time and the money of citizens of the country you're in. And essentially, if you're in government, you can get a free ride by kissing the right ass and having yours kissed and taking as long as humanly possible to accomplish absolutely nothing at all. So, for the old man, it was important for him to hit the ground running and do something that involved getting tangible results and not endlessly pretending to pontificate while the fate of millions hangs in the balance. And that is where we're at with healthcare.gov. The fate of millions hangs in the balance. For some like me, that fate is, well, it's a question of, how much a month is this going to cost me? Back to the dollar menu again. Hello, McDouble, my old friend. Do you still taste like failure and shame? Oh, good. Some things never change. But for some, it's a question of, will I be able to continue my chemotherapy with doctors that I've entrusted my life to? Or will the glitches and endless umming and ahhing and endless arguing and huge amounts of ineptitude perpetrated by the people whose salary I pay with my taxes ultimately cost me my life? Life is what you make it. It really is. I see so many people every single day. I talk to so many people every day that complain about the state of affairs. Obamanomics is killing me. Let's be real. There's lots of things about the Obama's administration that's not good. And you know what? The next guy or girl that gets in, there's going to be tons of stuff about them that's not good. Look to yourself. If you are looking to an elected official to make changes in your life, if you're thinking that who's in office is going to make you wake up and feel different, well, you're on a road to disappointmentville, my friend. Population U. When you get up in the morning, it doesn't matter who's in office. Doesn't matter who your local, national, regional elected officials are. Ultimately, it's down to you.
AD on iHeartRadio.